Welcome to Lecture 5 from the studios of WCLG. Last time my director said that I needed to write down, if I'm going to write down one element of the things I'm talking about, I should write down all of the elements. So I'm trying to remember that this time. I usually take pretty good direction from my director. Anyway, today we're going to talk about damages. We're going to talk about the different kinds of damages and what they consist of. So the first kind of damages we're going to talk about are compensatory. These are damages that compensate the non-breaching party for the other party's breach of the contract. For example, if you have a contract that says, I will sell you my car for $1,000 and the other party breaches, but it's worth really $1,000, then you may very well get your $1,000 if they breach that contract. That is compensation for the breach of the contract. Another form of damages is called consequential damages. Consequential damages are not damages directly related to the breach, but are as a consequence of the breach. For example, if I'm going to buy 1,000 widgets from you, and I am going to sell those widgets in my store and make a profit of $10 per widget, the breach of the contract allows me to get consequential damages and recover the profits that I would have made from the contract as performed. But because you didn't perform the contract, as a consequence, I have lost $10 per widget, and I have $10,000 worth of consequential damages. A third kind of damages for breach of contract is nominal damages. Now, nominal damages means just a little bit. It's just a little bit of damages. For example, if you breach your contract but I can't prove any damages, let's say, for example, you were going to sell me the 10,000 widgets, the 1,000 widgets, but you didn't. You breached your contract, and I was able to procure 1,000 widgets from somebody else for a price even cheaper than yours. I have made money by your breach of that contract. So I don't have any damages. But you breached the contract, I may have get nominal damages. Nominal damages may be, for example, $1. But I can sue you and recover nominal damages. Now, why would I do that? One of the reasons I may do that is that there might be an attorney's fee provision in our contract. And if I sue you and win, I may get my attorney's fees, and therefore myself and my lawyer will be very happy. And I also may tell other people, don't screw around with me, because if you do, I'm going to sue you anyway, even though I can only get nominal damages. Now, another kind of damage, and I'm going to put a line here to show it is different, are called punitive damages. Punitive damages. Punitive damages are damages to punish the breaching party. Well, in California, the California Supreme Court has said you may not get punitive damages for breach of contract in California. So there are no punitive damages for a breach of contract in California. And the California Supreme Court has said that. Now, we can get punitive damages for torts, and we'll talk about those when the time comes for torts in our lecture series, but you cannot get punitive damages for breach of contract in California. Now, one last concept I want to talk about as far as damages go, and that is that the breach of contract, the party not breaching the contract must mitigate their damages. And what does that mean? It means that the party that is the non-breaching party must do what they can to lower their damages. Let's take, for example, a lease. If you're the landlord and you're leasing out property and somebody leaves the property, you have a contract. That's the lease. The contract says if they move out, they have to continue paying rent. Well, you have two choices. You can go out and look for another tenant and try to find them and maybe even lower the rent to try to get another tenant in. But you also could just sit there and wait for the lease to be over and try to collect rent from the breaching party, the lessee that's gone. But the law says that you must try to lower your damages if you can. In other words, the landlord must look for another tenant to put in the property to try to lower his damages. So just remember, if there's a breach of the contract and you're the non-breaching party, you must look for a way to mitigate your damages. That is, lower the damages so that the breaching party does not have to pay the full set of damages. And you must mitigate if possible. Okay, great. Thank you, and we'll see you next lecture.